Hey, you got the key to the Ninja?
Yeah.
I had to drive back and get the key, people. One step closer to getting this bike started. Let's go.
Conscious.
On Dank fam, it's your boy Mike, and we are starting episode 1 of the Wreck to Ripper build series. As you guys see in the first video, we just picked up this 2018 Ninja ZX6R with 4,000 original miles. Look at this motor, people. Golly, you can eat off of it. But I'm super excited, guys. We just got to more moto, and they have a couple parts that I need besides the stuff that I had already to go ahead and put on this bike so we can go ahead and see if the motor's gonna start. Because realistically, you guys really aren't convinced that this bike's gonna be something until you hear the bike run. So we're gonna make sure this bike runs. We're gonna give her a rev. And I actually have one secret about this bike that I forgot to tell you guys about, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go link up with some of the guys here and we'll get it started. Everybody knows John. John is the one that helped me build all my bikes when I get to a point where I'm like, damn, what the f am I doing? He's helping me grab some of these parts that we need to test out the bike. Yeesh. Look at this smorgasbord, people. Is these all free throwaways? What is going on? A lot of Busa looking fairings. I don't see anything remotely close to a 600. Smorgasbord. So before we get this video started, guys, I want to ask you a question for this build every single video. So today's question is going to be, what should we do the gearing on this bike? Should we do full lock gearing? That means very, very high teeth, and the bike will have a very low top speed but tons of low end torque. Or should we do a street / lock gearing, which is around 54 teeth, and that'll give you some decent top speed, but also works in the lot as well. So you guys want to do full-on lot gearing on this bike, or do you guys want to do street lot gearing on this bike? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel if you're new to the build. Let's get started.
The fuck did you got? That is rough.
She ain't perfect, but she's worth it. I'm talking about looks rough. Look at this. Jeez, deep in the archives. Is it all the way?
Yeah, you see the tail light up there?
Oh my.
The under 21 tag is?
Jeez Louise, my phone probably can. Wow, that, right? Yeah, right in the center. Oh, even further. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, like I said, the under 21 tag.
That thing is never coming out of here.
Like I said, I ain't moving it out of there, but
I got you. All right. Well, guys, we got some work to do, so stay tuned. I'm gonna basically try to jump back through all these bikes and grab all the parts that I need and bring them back to the truck where the bike's at and try to get it to run. I'm gonna try not to have to jump through those bikes more than 2 times getting all the parts that we need. So I'll gather all the parts and then I'll get back with you guys and let you know what we need to get the bike started, because it's gonna start. All right, so obviously we don't have a battery. I have one in the truck, the gas tank and the fuel pump. What is this? Hook the fuel line up, hook the plug up for the fuel pump. We got the key now for the ignition. And then all these, we have the ECU, a fuse box, and then a secondary ECU of some sort. And I got all those boxes actually from my previous bike, but it's a stock ECU, not the flash one, unfortunately. What up, man?
What up, Pumpkin? How you doing?
Chilling, bro. Yes, guys, the almost 100,000 miles CBR 1000. I told him I'm buying him a cake when it hits 100K.
Not lightning.
This thing shoots out like biggest black clouds of smoke and it just chugs. Yeah, you see my little project bike? I have a Patreon, you know, the Patreon that people will pay monthly. And I bought this bike and we're building it from scratch exactly how they want it with all top of the line parts. Every $1 a month on the Patreon that they donate, it's an entry, and then after the build's done, I'm gonna draw one of the people and they're gonna win it.
Heck yeah, man.
So yeah, so we got the fuel pump, everything's intact with that. The ECU, secondary ECU, and then we have the battery. So that all that we're missing really for this bike is they cut this connector off, so we got to dig back there and grab this connector. Sneak peek of the secret. Ooh, the key works for it, people. So the positive and negative wiring is cut on the battery, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that off the other bike. I'm gonna need a set of Allen keys and my T-handle for a 10mm. We're gonna grab that stuff with all this stuff that I already have, and we should be able to get started. I've been vlogging on my iPhone, but I switched over to the Canon. Does it make a difference what camera I use, guys? Can you guys even tell? Because I like vlogging on the iPhone. It's a little bit simple just to airdrop videos over. We gotta climb through this to get all the way where that shiny license plate is. That should be fun. Alrighty, we grabbed all the wiring stuff that we needed from the parts bike. It was not a pretty scene, but we're gonna make our way back out and try to get this puppy started. We got a lot of the electrical hooked up, the ECU, the junction box, and we got the rectifier hooked up, which is actually tucked in the front fairing on these bikes. So I was almost about to try to start the bike without having that plugged in, but I remembered. Now all we got to do is plug in the positive and negative, and then hook the battery into the bike. And then after that, we should be all set to give it a start. It's a little low on oil, so I'm gonna go ahead and top it off before we start it up, get some fresh gas in that busted ass tank, and we should be ready to rock in just a few. We're missing a wire, so we gotta go back in the cave. This shit's hot as hell in there. So this bike is so mint that the fuel pump bolts are still Loctited into it. Super nice. This gas is stank, so we're gonna swap it out with some good shit though. This thing's never been taken apart, besides one wheelie. We got the fuel pump out. Looks like a normal 4,000 mile bike. A little color on the bottom there. We'll be able to take the fuel pump sock out and clean the filter on it. So clean on the inside. Wow. We got the final component. We got some gas, people. So I think we're long enough into the video. I can go ahead and tell you what the secret is about this bike. I'm so sorry to tell you guys that she's got full headers on her. My bad though, I should have been fully transparent with you guys. It won't happen again, or it might. Plug in the speedo, check. What up?
Does it run yet, bro?
I'm literally trying to do that right now. You're in my video, ruining the moment.
Hit me up later, bro.
All right, bro. He's like, does it run yet? What are the odds? My boy's trying to call to see if it runs right when I'm about to find out if it runs. I'm not really too stressed out like I was on the budget build. This thing's gonna run. It's just a matter of how loud, because we don't have an exhaust pipe for it. Oh, I see a little spark, people. It's looking good. It looks absolutely terrible, but I'm super confident. We're about to turn the key. We got a brand new fresh battery, so we know we have power. Let's see if it starts. Second try. Oh my God. He looped it in second gear. I like to turn the key a bunch of times, get that fuel pump primed up like 5 times when you haven't started the bike in a while. And the guy was a little off. It doesn't have 4,000 original miles. It has 5,500 original miles, but I'm still pretty damn relieved on that. We tried a couple times to get it started and no success yet, but we're gonna keep trying. But Florida just happened. So we need to take cover and get this stuff out of the rain before it comes. All right, it's a fresh battery, so maybe it wasn't charged all the way. We're gonna give it another go, people. Woo! Yes! But she runs, and that's a solid motor. We're in there, people. So hyped. Let's give her one more go. I don't even know what to think right now. That's a monster. I'm so stoked, people. The bike runs. It sounds amazing. It sounds like a straight pipe. Full Acura headers. Like, this bike is going to be top notch, people. You just stay tuned, people. All right, so we know this thing starts. It runs. The motor's solid. It's time to tear it apart and get to building. There it is. There we go. Now it's back to normal, maybe. Oh. That's normal, right? Guys, so I'm super psyched. I think you guys are a lot more confident now that you hear the bike is actually running. I know these guys are, because they're like, what the hell are you doing with this turd in our shop? But she sounds super sound, so I hope you guys are a little bit more excited to join the Patreon, hit this build series. We got some really dumb parts that we're gonna put on it. When I mean dumb, I mean some of the sexiest stunt parts I can find. Hey, Morley. What you doing over there? Other than that, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We'll be building this bike periodically over time for the next couple months, and all the behind the scenes will be on Patreon. I don't know if I'm holding my phone right, but other than that, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Like always, keep it dank. Later.
Yeah, I like to keep it mellow. I smoke and keep it mellow. I drink and keep it mellow every day. day I keep it mellow.